I've decided to make my wife a wine rack. It can't be that hard. All there is a little bit of metal and some welding. I just went and bought this awesome welder. And this is what I'm going to duplicate. Can't be that hard. Let's start with a Google search. Oh man. That one's out of wood. I want one with wine, with metal. Oh, there's so many different options. Pinterest. Ugh. Let's try YouTube. Maybe I can find a good video. Okay. Maybe I'll have better searching here. Okay. Lots of wine racks here. Custom design. These ones are all out of wood though as well. I was thinking how to make one out of metal. So I just have to keep on searching through here. Let's change my search a little bit. Well, I guess that one's similar. How long is this video? 26 minutes. I don't know if I have... Hopefully this is close to what I want. Well, he doesn't really teach me how to do any welding, so I'm gonna have to look for how to weld first too. And then I can come back to this video. Okay, so here's the results for how to weld.
Hey, I'm Mark. Welcome to my workshop. Today I'm going to show the average Joe how to weld.
We've seen enough videos. We're ready to do it.
Hi, my name is Jared Mackay, and I'm a husband and I'm a father to 4 beautiful kids. It's because I'm a father that I have a great responsibility. So, when I'm presented with the option of taking out a do-it-yourself project and saving a couple of bucks, I will often jump at that opportunity. Even though I have lots of hobbies that include woodworking, knife making, building old cars, and welding, I often find myself overwhelmed at the possibility of taking on a do-it-yourself project in an area of expertise that I am not 100% confident in. I'll run to my shop, I'll pull up my computer, and I'll frantically Google search or YouTube to try to find the answer. Oftentimes I'm met with partial videos or partial instructions that might meet some of my criteria but not quite fit it at all. Oftentimes in the video, the presenter will skip around. They won't take me straight from step A to step B. I'll have to make up that in between. That is not really comforting to me. I'd like to know the quality of the video that I'm getting is exactly the manifestation of the work that I would like on my end of the project. Well, that's why we decided to invent the company called Ipsum. Ipsum is the world's best do-it-yourself platform. So, if you find yourself as a do-it-yourselfer, a wannabe do-it-yourselfer, or you just want to save a couple of bucks, Ipsum is a product for you. Well, what is it? And how is it different than its competition? What are its competitive advantages? I'll tell you. Ipsum is a mobile application and website that offers do-it-yourselfers assistance to curated instructional videos submitted by a community of industry professionals and home improvement enthusiasts. So if you go back to some of those videos I was just talking about from YouTube, or if you Google search something, like I said, you can't always trust the person presenting. I always found myself wanting to pause the video and I could just call them and say, hey, how did you get from step A to B? Or how did you drill that hole? Or what size bit was that? Or whatever the case is, you just can't do that. Well, Ipsum solves that problem. Ipsum is going to have a video chat FaceTime feature that will allow you to call that person and invite them virtually into your project. It will allow you to not only ask them questions about their video and the tools that they use to get the job done, but you can now share your exact project with them via FaceTime, and they can offer you advice and solutions. Sometimes the videos that you find are not always 100% what you're looking for, and this FaceTime feature allows you and that industry professional to get together and team up on that project to really, really get it done right. Like I said before, tools and materials lists are not always provided. Every single video that Ipsum sponsors will have a tool and materials list. There's nothing worse than going to the store and buying what you think, only to come home and find out it's not exactly what you needed. You're already halfway through the project, you got to pause, you got to go out, you got to do it again. That's extra time, that's extra money, and it's just not worth it. That's what discourages a lot of people from getting those projects done, because they don't know what they're doing. Okay, quality control. We talked about this as well. You can't always trust the person that's on the other side of that screen. Maybe their day job is Taco Bell order taker, okay, and they're teaching you how to do a welding video. That doesn't make any sense, okay, unless they are just really good at welding as a hobbyist, which is possible, but our videos are going to be quality controlled. So if that Taco Bell order taker is a really good welder, that's awesome. Submit your video. We're going to make sure it's quality controlled so that our viewers can trust it. Okay. Along with that, you're going to have a difference of user submitted videos on one side, and then you'll have industry professional videos on the other. So you will have those contractors that can teach you how to fix a leaky pipe or teach you how to do the drywall. Those guys are certified, so you'll know for 100% fact that guy knows what he's doing. He's been to school for it. Okay, and lastly, because of these three features, the video chat function, tools and materials list, and that quality controlled video, that offers me, especially as a father, the peace of mind to know that I'm doing a project correctly. You don't want to get halfway through a project only to find that you messed it up. Like I said, you got to leave, you got to get more tools, more material, to come back, to try it again, to mess up, to do it over again. Eventually, you're going to just get fed up with it, and you're going to call somebody, and then you're going to be paying the price of all the tools and materials, your time, and the new industry handyman to come and do the work for you. That is what Ipsum is going to prevent, and that is why Ipsum is going to be a success. Is there a market? Absolutely. Ipsum has a great market. It is only influenced negatively by the amount of imagination of do-it-yourself projects people can think of. Okay, in the next 5 years, we project 3.8% growth in the home improvement industry, and along with that, a 12.6% growth in the online video broadcasting industry. So those two industries is what makes up Ipsum. We have our video broadcasting and our home improvement. That's what Ipsum is bringing to the table. Okay. Now, we did a survey at the beginning of our analysis, and we discovered that 85% of those people surveyed had visited a home improvement store in the last month. I promise you, they're not just window shoppers. This is not a mall. Most home improvement stores are separate buildings, home improvement Lowe's. Okay, think those types of locations. They're not just there to walk around. Okay, 70% of those surveyed had undertaken a home improvement job project or two in the last year. Okay, so those are the people that are going to the store. Okay, they're going to the store to buy things to go do these projects. They're not all professionals. 72% of those surveyed stated that they would rather do a home improvement project themselves than to take and pay somebody to do it. And most importantly, 68% of those stated that if a product like Ipsum was around today, that they would absolutely be a buyer. Okay, moving on. Who is our competition? There are three main areas of focus to our competition. We have traditional, we have online, and mobile application competition. Under the traditional area, we have how-to books. Those are your how-to blank for dummies, or whatever book it is that you can find that will teach you how to do something. And those books are great, and they're instructional. They're not virtual. They don't have any type of video, so it's really hard to picture some things. People learn with videos rather than words. Some people just like the feel of a book in your hand. Ipsum is going to change that. Okay, do-it-yourself talks and conferences. These are great. I'm telling you, they are great. I've been to plenty of them. I did most recently a knife making course over a weekend. It was 2 days, 16 hours. It was about $500 though. Okay, so they are very pricey. Yes, the intimacy was great. I got some hands-on experience with a real professional, but I can't shell out $500 every single time I need to learn how to redo some drywall or learn how to fix a leaky pipe. That's just not profitable. Okay, online. There are a couple of online websites for do-it-yourself now. doityourself.com, self-help and more. We could lump Angie's List into that category as well. All of these websites are more focused on trying to provide you with a local handyman that can come and help you with your project rather than the instructions with how to do it. Some of them do have written instructions on some projects, but they don't have videos, and you can't trust the person that's written the instructions down because you don't know if they're a professional. Okay? Mobile application competition. This is where we have our YouTube. Okay, YouTube is easily the biggest competition in terms of market size. They have millions and millions of videos that are user submitted, and sometimes you can find the right video, and sometimes you get lucky, and most of the time you just don't. Most of the time I've spent hours before searching, not just YouTube but Google, really trying to find that perfect video. And you end up piecing together lots of different ones and second guessing yourself, and that's not what we want to do. Okay, the biggest competition in terms of similarities to Ipsum is DIYZ. DIYZ is an application. They do not have a website that's functioning for videos, and their online help for DIY is all paid actors. So yes, they do have quality control. Yes, they do have DIY videos, but they're all paid. They're all paid actors. You don't know if they're professionals. Okay, and not only that, but their business model is flawed because in order to grow a substantial user base, you need to have user submitted videos. It's not practical to pay for every single DIY video. You got to pay a cast, you got to pay a crew, you got to pay lighting, you got to pay video. It just doesn't make sense, and that's Ipsum is going to take advantage of that. Okay, how will we make money? We know that the Ipsum app will be a free download in the App Store. Okay, and it's important that the application is free to download as we grow our user base. Most people tend to shy away from a download that costs money, even if it's exactly what they need, they'll shy away from it. So it's got to be free to download so that that user base grows, so we get as many videos submitted as we possibly can quickly. Okay, part of that money-making scheme will be the freemium content. So that's our FaceTime video that is going to be a freemium upgrade. That'll be a $4 charge. It will only be a one-time charge. It's not a charge per video. Okay, and that will be one of the ways that we end up making money. Okay, advertisements is important. The app industry is projected to grow to $189 billion by 2020, and Ipsum is going to get our hand in that market. By having that user base grow to the size that we need it to be at, that is how those advertisers are going to find our users. Okay, home improvement and Lowe's, perfect examples. If we have people on our site doing DIY videos with their homes, home improvement Lowe's will probably approach us and ask to advertise on our application because they're speaking to our exact user base. Okay, and then home improvement retailers, partners, and sponsors. This is more along the lines of our tools and materials list. So if we have a home improvement or Lowe's that wants to sponsor a drywall video, when those materials and tools lists are printed off, it will have the exact part number, item number from those stores. So you could print it off, bring it right to that sales associate, hand them the list of all the materials and tools you need, and they could go and pull it off the shelf for you like that. Okay. Okay, here at Ipsum, we understand that when you make an investment, you're not just buying the business idea, you're not just buying the content that we're selling you, but you're buying us. You're buying the people that make up the business. And so I'd like to take some time to introduce us. The four founders, obviously you know myself, my name is Jared Mackay. I do have some extensive experience with management and leadership, managing over multi-million dollars worth of assets. I'm going to take that leadership and I'm going to lead as the first CEO of Ipsum. It's me. Okay, there's Cody Pittman. He will be our first CFO. He has some extensive financial experience working as GE Healthcare's servicing manager for the state of Alaska. And then there's Jeremy Pond. He'll be our marketing director. He also has some marketing experience for an elastomer products company. Amit Roy, master's in mechanical engineering, and it's really his leadership at large oil companies that was going to help drive our technology department here at Ipsum. Okay, so that is us as the founders. Okay, moving towards the end of the presentation, we have the ask and the deal. Okay, what do we want from you? Well, we want to partner with you, and we would like to partner with you on a 5 to 10 year investment. Okay, and that investment is in excess of $1.8 million. The founders will be putting up the remaining $200,000. That will get us to our $2 million startup costs. Okay, the $1.8 million that you invest will get you a 45% stake in the company. Okay, now what does that $1.8 million get you? Well, after the 5 or 10 years are up, we expect that we'll have 2 million downloads by the first quarter of 2021. If that target is hit, our revenue stream should generate enough interest from acquisitions between years 5 and 10, and we expect those acquisitions to be in the range of about $15 to $25 million. So you can see you'll get a hefty return on your investment. Okay, I'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch the video, and remember, Ipsum is do-it-yourself.